So we got a stellium going on at the moment. We got Mercury in Sagittarius, where it's debilitated. We got Venus in Sagittarius, where it's exalted. And we also got the moon in Sagittarius, where it's exalted. So that means we are going to be pretty much going through some experiences. We all going to be going through some experiences on an expanded level during this time. And it's going to be very highly strong. And of course, the influence is going to be very, extreme. So that means you may basically put yourself into a situation through impulsiveness. And we also got a grand fire trine in the sky with North Node in Aries, Mars and Leo at the moment. Of course, we got Mercury in Sagittarius, Venus, and of course the moon there. So of course we're dealing with a whole lot of fire. We also got we also kind of like dealing with a grand air trine as well. We got, well, that's over with. Well, we still got the lingering energies and things that matter when we're dealing with Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. But Pluto soon make its way back into Aquarius. And of course, we still got Jupiter and Gemini. And of course, whenever the moon is rotating in Libra, that's going to be our grand air trine. But we also are in this phase of, we also in this phase of winding down. We're in fall season, so it's autumn season. But yeah, let's get back to the Sagittarius energies. So the area and location where you have Sagittarius in your charts, it's going to be the areas and locations where you're going to be overlooking the details, ideas that's dealing with, analytical perspectives. So, anytime Mercury is in Pisces or Sagittarius is debilitated. Anytime it's in Gemini and Virgo is home, and of course it goes to the extreme matters. So pretty much dealing with these energies and these substances, these are pretty much what's going to be happening. And of course, this is what you're going to be basically manifesting. And this is what you're going to be pretty much, having on your mind, having on your heart, your moves extremely, and also what you're going to be truly valuing during this time. So, all right, we're going to start it off with Sagittarius. You also got to utilize, Neptune. Can't have one without the other. Also got to utilize Neptune. So we got Neptune and Pisces. So, Sagittarius and Pisces are dealing with masculine and feminine energies. For me, masculine, of course, Sagittarius, feminine, Pisces. So these two energies blending together, for me, you can't have one without the other. Of course, you're going to be dealing with, Jupiter, which is the opposite. And also you're going to be dealing with, Virgo energies, which is also dealing with Piscean energies when it comes to, your oppositions, your obstacles. So pretty much when it comes to Mercury in the first house, when it comes to the moon in the first house, and when it comes to Venus in the first house, your Sagittarius ascendant. So that means pretty much, the moon is also in its waxing phase. So you're going to be pretty much reacting and responding towards expanding your personality, expanding your personal beliefs, and expanding your personal experiences. And you're going to be pretty much valuing that, appreciating that, loving that. Also, you're going to be pretty much, updating your personality and how you personally carry yourself. You're also going to be put in the phase, in the process of, having a reason or a need to react and respond to your personal needs during this time. So this is your time to be selfish and focus on you during this time. Now your opposition, your obstacles is going to be coming from Jupiter and Gemini in your 7th house. People, places, and things, that you're trying to relate to, that's trying to relate to you, trying to bring their balance and equilibrium when you're trying to bring your balance and equilibrium to the spectrums and things that have perspective. So, you pretty much got to be aware of that perspective. And also for Sagittarius' ascendances, you are pretty much dealing with that energies as well. Also, if you have Sagittarius in your 2nd house, you're a Scorpio ascendant. So that means Mercury, Venus, and the moon, you're going to be reacting, responding deeply, and you're going to be pretty much, expanding deeply when it comes to your money, your assets, and of course, your resources and material. You're going to be pretty much reacting, responding to that with the moon. You're going to be pretty much thinking about that heavy and thinking about that, big when it comes to your money, your values, and of course, your assets. Of course, you're going to be pretty much valuing and appreciating that during this time. But try not to value too much of, giving yourself out there in the world. Now, your opposition is going to basically be coming from, experiences that's dealing with deep ideas and deep thoughts from Jupiter. So Jupiter is going to oppose that area and location, but you need one. You need one to have two. Feel me? So you need both. Now, if you have Sagittarius in your 3rd house, you're a Libra ascendant. So basically, with that basically being said, with Sagittarius in your 3rd house during this phase, now Mercury is home in the third house, but being that Mercury is in Sagittarius, will be debilitated. So that means you need to be doing your best to expand your mind, expand your mentalities, expand your way of thinking and communicating and sharing ideas. And you need to be reactive, responding towards your journaling, writing things out down on paper. And also, you need to be valuing your mind, valuing and appreciating the way you think, communicate, analyze, and expand your mind. Now, if you got Mercury and Sagittarius in your fourth house, Moon Sagittarius in your fourth house, and of course Venus Sagittarius in your fourth house, you are a Virgo ascendant. That means you're going to be reactive, responding, thinking, and valuing, appreciating. Oh, yeah, the fourth house is exalted in Sagittarius, so you're going to be going to the extremes of, expanding your home, your privacy, your comfortability, your safety, your security, valuing that, appreciating that, having that heavily on your mind. For me, that's going to be your energies. Now, if you got Sagittarius in your sixth house, you are Leo ascendant. Now, basically, in this house and location right here, I'm lying. You are a Cancer ascendant. So in this house, in this location right here, I'm lying. So Sagittarius in your fifth house, I mean. So Sagittarius in your fifth house, Venus in your fifth house, Moon in your fifth house. You'll be pretty much thinking, valuing, and of course reacting, responding towards, looking at the bigger picture when it comes to your entertainment, your expressions, your ego, your inner child, and things that you truly have inwardly desire when it comes to your inner child. You'll be expressing that very deeply, and of course you'll be looking at the bigger picture during this time to pretty much, have a higher octave of going your way about it when it comes to, taking the stage and putting your fruits and vegetables and expanding it on the stage during this time. You got Sagittarius in your sixth house. Now, Sagittarius in sixth house falls here, so you'll be pretty much dealing with some ups and downs when it comes to your work, health routines, your jobs, and things that matter. Try not to put yourself in situations of getting too carried away during this time, but look at the bigger picture, look at the higher octave when it comes to expanding your mind, when it comes to your mental daily pursuits, when it comes to your work, health, and routine every day, when it comes to your moods, your emotions, your feelings, and the things that you truly desire. Do you value this job? If not, you need to value a new system that's going to work in your everyday life. Now, if you got Sagittarius in your seventh house, Sagittarius is exalted. It gets exalted from the seventh house in this energy right here. So that means you're going to be exalting yourself or looking at the higher octave when it comes to expanding your relationships, your one-on-one relationships, or the differences with your enemies, or, in relationships in general, one-on-one relationships. You'll be looking at the higher octave. Is this relationship helping me, ascend, or is it trapping me, bringing me back to more problems and more situations? This is where you got to cross the line and set boundaries, set a bridge. This way you can have 50-50. Gemini ascendant. Now, if you got this Sagittarius energies in your eighth house, you are a Taurus ascendant. So that means you need to be reactive, responding towards deep expansion when it comes to your desires, your privacies, things that's behind the scenes, your occult, your mysticism, your magic, and of course, your desires. You need to be looking at the bigger, higher octave when it comes to your desires. Are these desires surface level, or these desires need to get expanded? That's where it starts with you when it comes to your way of thinking, communicating, reacting, responding, and of course, value. Now, ninth house is home here, so Aries ascendant. You'll be looking at the bigger octave, higher octave when it comes to expanding, traveling, of course, learning, teaching, and of course, having a broad perspective when it comes to your experiences, your teachings, your meanings, and of course, your purposes, and of course, your reasons. So you need to look at the higher octave. You need to value that, appreciate that, love that, think about that, and of course, react and respond to that during this phase. Now, if you got this in your 10th house, for me, Sagittarius falls in the 10th house. So that means you are a Pisces ascendant. So that means you need to pretty much expand your status, your career, your goals, and do your best no matter what. And of course, fight fire with fire, fight the opposition with the opposition. But Sagittarius and Pisces go pretty good. It's just a little minor, aspect. Sagittarius looking at the higher octave, realistically, and Pisces is looking at it behind the scenes. If you got this in your 11th house, you are Aquarius ascendant. So that means you pretty much need to look at the higher octave. When it comes to your groups, associations, and of course, friends, are you with the right individuals? Are you expanding with the right groups, the right friends, the right consciences? Are they supporting you? Are you supporting them? Like, what's going on? Is these the right people in my circle? Or do you have rats in your circles, squares in your circles, weakness in your circles? You need to start, looking at the high octave and ghosting these individuals, and of course, creating a group and association that's going to better suit you for you in the future and visionary goals. And last but not least, Capricorn, 12th house. If you got this in your house, you need to be pretty much looking at the higher octave of your dreams, imaginations. And also, you got Pluto and Capricorn here, so you'll be going through some transformation. Of course, Pluto about to leave you for good. But this is your focus on the time to expand your dreams, imaginations, your creativity, your fantasies, delusions, and also your dream journal. Look at the higher octave, and of course, do some more, inner work, and you'll be right, Capricorn.